Hey everybody, it's Jochen and I'm back with the Hellsen versus Haydn. This is part 2, scenario 2. I'm playing the Japanese, he's playing the Allies, and this is the 19th of December, 1941. Okay, we grab Lucena, free base for us. By the way, this is the birthday turn. My real life birthday is December 19th, so this is the birthday turn. Hopefully we have good success. The birthday turn. I'm always worried about subs. That's my number one concern at the moment is subs. Let's see what we get. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yep, there it is. Mm, waste of a ship right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna sink. Yep. My fault. It was an unescorted convoy, I think. Oh, come on, man. I have ASW guys out here. Like, what the heck? Alright, well, the Argonauts is out on a surface while there's tons of other task forces in there firing on the Fukumaru, and it's sinking. I'm probably going to lose some troops on there. Dang it. I need a better solution for those subs at Wake, and I don't have one. Oh. Oh, man. Whatever. Okay. That ship's going to sink. Well, yeah, that's, yeah. All of that was my fault. Those ships sinking, entirely my fault. We're just landing here and taking spaces. Man, subs. I can't win for losing when it comes to subs, man. Let's see what kind of sub nonsense we have this turn. Oh, this phase. Golly. This is the K-17. This is a different sub now. He's got multiple subs in the area. No, he gets away. But at least he's firing torpedoes at these guys and not at bigger ships. Hey, we got one. Finally, a little payback here. Alright, so this is an AO, and he's got fuel aboard. So we know he's trying to get fuel out of Java, right? Wow, that's a lot of wasted torpedoes, guys. I think one would have been enough. 3 torpedo hits on a small AO. Seems a bit much. At least we got it. Okay, going into aero operations. This is just our naval search planes finding ships. Oh, no! Come on, guys. Don't do this. Well, I don't want bad weather today, okay? I don't need that right now. Okay. So, at Balikpapan, he's either electing not to fight or... I don't know what's going on there. He had fighters here last turn. Okay, so we're sweeping this hex. This is priority 1 hex for us. At least we know that he's not got any kind of long-range cap there, right? I sent a lot of aircraft there to make sure that it would be secure for the bombers to come in. As you can see, we're very fighter heavy here. Now, at least the bombers are getting in without being shot down. Wait, why are we going in here? That's not the way I wanted you to hit. Oh, no! Oh, that's not good. That's not where I wanted those bombers to hit. Oh, no. I misclicked. I did not want them to hit that text. I hope they all didn't go in there. Oh, man. That would be really bad. Alright, well. At least some of them are hitting where I wanted. Jeez. I didn't want that hex up here hit. Alright, I'm getting some good hits here. That's what I need right now. So, 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3 Chinese corps are present here so far. 13th, 30th, and 59th. Let's keep an eye on that. Okay, now we're hitting just north of Temelo. I do intend to attack here this turn. Just a base force there. As you can see, I wasn't messing around with the fighters this turn, guys. Alright, getting some damage on Rangoon. Alright, so 30th Chinese Corps and a group army. The weather is behaving a little bit better this turn. Flak again. Okay, another hit on Rangoon. Some more Sallies hitting here. Getting some really diminishing returns here. Alright. Well, priority 1 is slowing these guys down. And I'm pretty sure we've done that now. Okay, now we're hitting Balikpapan, and hopefully we can get some of these fighters on the ground. Nope. Oh, wait. Okay. We get a little bit of something here. I was hoping we'd hit more, but that's basically all we're going to get out of that. Just, where are the fighters at? He must have pulled them out. I was hoping we'd catch 42 fighters on the ground, but apparently not. I see. I ordered these guys to hit the wrong hex. Dang it, look at that. They're all going to the wrong hex. I can't believe it. Ugh. Man, that's unfortunate. I wanted them all to hit here. I clicked the wrong hex. I gotta be more careful in that. Alright. Kind of a disappointing AM phase. I'm not hitting what I was hoping to hit. And apparently I set my bombers on the wrong hex this turn, which it really is going to cancel. Bad weather, bad weather, bad weather, bad weather. Look at this. Shoot. I am the king of bad weather in this game. Okay, got some good hits on the base here. I don't think I'm going to be able to take it right now, but if we can at least keep them from building up forts, that'll be okay. Well, could have been better, but I guess it could have been worse too, right? Let's see what we get on the ground this turn. Hopefully something good. Aw, come on, man. Can't even hit that guy. I guess there wasn't much to gain by that anyway. So I-170 fires 2 torpedoes at a small coastal minesweeper. Well, here we are. Guys, we're landing at Kupang on Timor. I wasn't even sure if this was going to go down this turn. The Nagato definitely did some good damage to the ground forces there. That should help us a bit. I thought this was going to be next turn. All right, let's see what we get on the land combat this turn. Oh, yeah. This is good stuff. That's what I wanted right there. We're going to blow right through this. Nice. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Cool. So we're going to continue that drive on ASEAN right now. Just what I wanted. Kuala Lumpur. This is big for me. I need this. Ah, right. Look at that. Straight open rail lines all the way to Johor. Kendari. We should be able to take this without much effort. Yes. Awesome. And Johor, no big deal here. We'll grab that. And now, next stop, Singapore. Kolaka, we'll get that for free because there's nothing there. Nice. Dot base. Ooh, this should be easy. We'll blow right through this. Oh, they even gave up. And that's perfectly fine for me. I don't want any loose units out here in this part of Malaya. I want to have this wide open and not us chasing these guys down for weeks afterwards. So if these guys want to surrender, fine with me. Okay, the Allies bombard when we get on the Kupang, but we've got all the troops ashore that we need. This will be open and shut next turn. Okay. Allied deliberate attack. I don't know how this is going to go. Oh, nice. Okay, that's what we needed right there. So, the Allies have more AV, but the Japanese are just too strong out in the open, right? So, well, that doesn't make any sense. We take more casualties even though the assault... How does that make any sense? We take more casualties, but the assault odds are 1 to 3. How does that work? That's kind of lame. What? Whatever. Okay, back to Solomon's, and this is Tagula. That's another freebie. Well, okay. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Some good base expansions here. All right, I lost a couple ships that I didn't need to lose. That's my fault. But at least they weren't particularly important ships. And we grabbed some bases that were important. So all in all, it wasn't a bad turn. I did screw up sending my bombers to the wrong hex, so I need to fix that. That was kind of a big screw up. But, you know, it is what it is. I can't fix it now. At least it wasn't terminally bad. And it does have the benefit of us buying a little bit of time with those units moving towards Yanking, I guess. I wasn't really concerned about that. But hey, if at least it does have that residual effect, right? Okay, got a new ship. 2 new ships. And these are transfers. Yeah, don't mind all these. These are already pre-existing units. I'm just transferring them around. None of these should be new. That's new. The Guards Regiment is new. Cool. All right. Well, yeah, let's analyze this turn now. Okay. Well, hey. This was my birthday turn. Happy birthday to me, December 19th. Wasn't too bad. Some silly mistakes were made, but nothing I can't come back with. Can come back from. Let's take a look. Aircraft losses today. Again, not so great. 3 Lilies shot down. 1 Oscar, Nate, a Sally, and a Catalina for him. So these are mostly ops losses with 2 flag losses. It is what it is. Looking at pilot losses here. 3 killed and 1 wounded. Let's take a look at the wounded pilots. See how that's doing. Alright. So, wounded pilots. Okay. So let's see what happens if we send these 2 back to the reserve. Because right now they're not showing a return date. Let's see. Let's send this guy, Obayashi and Chiyoshima. Okay, Obayashi and Chiyoshima are coming back. So that's a good thing. This guy here doesn't look like we're going to get him back ever. So we might retire this guy. But we'll do that at a later date. There's no need right now. Moving on to ships sunk this turn. Not so good for us. We lost this patrol boat that was unloading troops at Wake. Nothing I could do about it. He got straight attacked on the surface by a enemy sub, and our guys did nothing to stop it. This guy was sunk by a torpedo. These aren't particularly useful ships to me. They have a very low capacity. Would have preferred not to have them sunk, but, you know, whatever. And then AKL. Again, this was just dumb of me. I did not send this out with any escort because I didn't think that... I don't know what I was thinking, actually. So we lost this kind of needlessly. These are actually pretty decent AKLs, so that's a bit of a loss. And we got this Dutch AO. There's a bunch of these floating around. They're not very good. They don't carry very much, and they're very slow. But we killed it nonetheless, and it's worth some points. Army lost points for this turn. We lost 2 points, and he lost 35. And for the turn, we gained 45 points on him, bringing his win ratio down to 2.312. Slow progress right now. Hopefully that'll pick up. Looking at the old combat reporter. Sea engagements again. We just had the sub shelling this ship on the surface, but it's okay because we unloaded the troops. At Suva, we had the I-170 launch 2 torpedoes at this gale and miss. We took out the Tan down here near Surabaya. Kendari, we had the K8 18 fired 2 torpedoes at ASW Task Force. And then we had the K-16 take out the AK there. And of course, S-36, which has been hanging around Camaran Bay for a while, took out this AKL. Ground combat today, let's see here. This was kind of a big deal. We took Kuala Lumpur, and I'll show you why that's important in a little bit. We took Kolaka. We landed at Kupang. We took Kendari. We took Johor Bahru. And we had a weird... Help me understand this one. I know we were outnumbered, right? But look at the adjusted here. We had a 3-to-1 advantage, but we still took more losses. I don't really understand that one. But hey, look at that. Out of supply. That's a good thing for us. And the other good thing is that this is a sizable unit that is not up in these hills opposing us. So we got them tied up down here, and that's okay. Big win here on this line. We're going to continue driving into Sion with these troops. And then we had a nice little combat near just north of Temalo. So now Temalo, we have all of the rest of the Allied troops on the Malayan Peninsula who are not in Singapore bottled up in Temalo. So we're just going to surround them and kill them. And then we've eliminated all opposition here. I think that's pretty great. Amphibious, nothing really noteworthy to mention there. Air attacks, I did screw up here. Where was it at? Nope. 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 Where was it at? Right here. These guys should have been targeting the hex further south. I clicked the wrong unit. I clicked the wrong hex. But it's not the worst thing ever, because at least we know at least we know that we hit these guys and slowed them down. Let me see what else we can see here. Okay. Now we got a good read on what's in this hex here. There's quite a bit. What do we got here? 77th, 55th, 33rd. So we have... Oh, let me take that back. We only have the 77th and the 55th Chinese Corps in this hex with a group army. A little bit further south, which is the big hex that we're going to talk about next turn, we've got the 59th, 30th, and the 13th Corps that we have to deal with next turn. And I'll show you what that's going to look like in just a little bit. SIGINT for this turn. That's not important. This isn't necessarily that important, but we do know that there's Chinese troops here. That's not important. That's not important. Oh, okay. Radio transmissions at 73.9. That's way up in the mountains of China there. These are probably troops coming down from Kashgar, moving towards Urumqi or further south. Radar transmissions at Colombo. We'll take a look at that. And something at Darwin too. So at Darwin, we do see that he's got aircraft here. I mean, we kind of knew that he did. So that's all we get out of that. At Colombo, again, we see that he's got ships and aircraft. Well, that's not a big surprise. The SIGINT doesn't tell me anything particularly noteworthy. All right. And then ops reports today. Let's just go through a few tabs. Arrivals. These are just transfers here, but these are 2 new sub-chasers we got. At Osaka and Okayama. Let's see what those look like. Osaka and Okayama. Okayama. CH-26. Okay, not particularly great, but they're decent speed, a little bit more range than the CHAs. And when they upgrade in March of 42, they get much better Type 95 Mod 2 depth charges, and these can do some real damage to Allied sub. So I like having these CHs because they get this upgrade in March with the much better depth charges. So these are good sub chasers for me. All right, looking at the Japanese tab, I always like to marvel at this because look how good I am. 7 more bases captured this turn. We are on a roll. Now, most of these bases aren't worth much, right? But I don't know. It's still something that I like to be proud of. The pilot loss tab, again, another pilot killed in a landing accident. We are losing pilots left, right, and center. Aye. and the lost tab. These are the 3 ships we lost last turn. Probably about 20 victory points between these 3. I can't do anything about it. I already screwed that up. They're already gone. Yeah, that's about it for the ops report. So let's just quickly go around the map. So here's the situation in China right now. Tomorrow is going to be a very pivotal day for me because we are planning a big attack across this river to slam into these troops here. And that's what I'm coming in with. A lot of armor. Make sure all these guys are set. Awesome. Okay. So these guys are going to slam across this river. And it's a river because, see the purple line? That's going to tell us that we're going to shock attack across. And when we hit this unit, hopefully they're still in the hex, and we shatter it and blast it and take a lot of combat power out of the road up Ankang. From there, the armor will continue up, engage these guys who are going to move very slowly up this hill. They're only going to move about 15 hexes a day. We should be able to do twice that with the armor. We should catch up to this unit in this hex, defeat it, and then we have a clear shot all the way up through here and further on. So the next battle in this hex is going to be absolutely crucial to my campaign. We got to get this armor up the road. I've got infantry following in behind it. This is a classic blitzkrieg operation, okay? Armor's out front with the Schwerpunkt, and we have the infantry coming in behind to fill in the gaps that the armor leaves in its wake. So I'm doing a straight blitzkrieg operation up the Ankang Road. We are also going to go our way up. We're going to go up this way too, but not as fast. I'm more concerned about relieving the troops that have in Ankang, and I am pretty satisfied with what I've got into here. I have 5 units airlifted into Ankang right now. I don't really want to show you what they are at this point for OPSEC purposes. For all you know, they're complete garbage, or they're complete regiments. You don't even know. But we have a sizable amount of troops on this road, and we've secured basically 3 hexes of the Ankang Road that we don't have to battle completely through, okay? He may get into these hexes, but he has to fight us on really bad terrain as well, right? Now the advantage is on us. So I think taking Ankang by air, reinforcing it, and supply dropping in there has given us a great toehold on our drive to separate the fuel out of Lanchow. So the main goal here at this point in the campaign for me is to stop the supply of fuel coming in from Lanchow to Chongqing. Because Chongqing's heavy industry relies on that fuel to supply the area. If we stop the fuel, we basically stop heavy industry from operating in Chongqing. So that loss of fuel there, and us taking the Burma Road, and hopefully the rest of these bases up here, basically leaves China left with just light industry to keep itself alive. And it probably could do that, but not very well. And it's just a matter of time, and it's a matter of numbers at that point. There's going to be massive supply shortages for the Chinese, which I won't be enduring because I have a lot more supply on my side of China. So then it's just going to be a war of attrition that we should be able to win between our better supply and superior troops. And then when we take Chongqing, the rest of the whole country will follow. So that's the plan for next turn. In Indochina, Thailand area, things are going great. I got the 14th Tank Regiment out in front, and they're moving at maximum speed. And we should get into Momine in 2 turns, maybe 1 or 2 turns. I'm not sure. Depends on how lucky we get here. I think we can do about, I don't know, almost 30 miles a day, or 25 something miles a day on these back roads here. Maybe 2 turns to get into Momine, and then from there we have improved roads all the way to Rangoon. Now the infantry is quite a ways behind, right? But they are coming. So the armor is just going to basically get into Pegu and hold. And then once the rest of the infantry get up there, we take Rangoon and immediately spread out to the north and start grabbing all these bases up here while we can. Very important that we take all of these bases. That way, if we control these, then basically the only way for him to get supply into China from this direction is no longer over land, but by airlift. And then we can deal with that later on. So Malaya is going fantastic. I'm really, really happy with how this worked out. Initially, I felt like it was going too slow, but my goal from the start was to have Singapore by January 1st, and I elected not to do the Mercian Gambit. I don't like it. I specifically asked for rules to prevent me from doing it because I just don't like it. I think it's dangerous and I think it's a little gamey. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree by any means. So we did it a more conventional way, a more traditional way, and honestly, it's worked out better than I thought it would. For one, we now have rail lines all the way from Bangkok down to Johor, uninterrupted. Okay, which means we can strat move mode all around here without anything coming in between us. The next great thing about this is that all of the allied troops are either in Singapore, right, or they're stuck at Temelo. They're nowhere else. There's nowhere else for them to go. And this is really good for me because once we kill these troops, we have eliminated 100% of the enemy opposition on the entire Malayan Peninsula except for Singapore. And Singapore, we'll eventually take it, right? When we shock attack across this thing, we'll probably need a few turns to kill the troops here, but we will kill them. And they're all gone after that. And then we have no enemy troops on Malaya. When Hellsen took Singapore from me, he got it pretty quick, but even by the time our campaign ended, I still had troops all up and down here, and he was busy mopping them up. And it was distracting to him, and it took time. I can free up a lot of troops by not having to worry about securing rail lines, chasing down leftover units. I don't have any of that to worry about once I take Temelo. So I really think that that's the way to go with Malaya if you're not doing a Mercian Gambit. The whole drive down the rail line here, eventually coming in Mercing about a week after the campaign. We back capped Malacca, and we took Kuala Lumpur. Georgetown, Alor Star went great. So we just own this whole area, and the only allied opposition is stuck in here. And it's just, we should be able to take these guys out without much issue at all. So yeah, Singapore's looking great. Definitely on track to have this thing by the first of the year. Taking a look at the Philippines, I think we're slowly getting back on track here. So what I'm looking at now is that he's pulled out a lot of troops out of Manila. So I think it's time for us to move in there now. So we're going to go ahead and start moving into Manila. Probably about 2 turns I'll be in here. 3 turns I'll have it. And then we will move into Clark from this direction and then from this direction as well. We'll close all these hex sides up, and then we will own Clark Field. No, we won't own Clark Field, but we'll be in there and we can start the battle of attrition against him. As you can see, he's got quite a bit of forces there, but that basically constitutes the bulk of all of his troops in the Philippines. And I'm slow rolling this, and that's fine. We didn't kill a lot of troops because we only landed here and took our time getting down the road. We didn't hit San Fernando. We didn't hit Iba. So we didn't have a chance to cause damage to these troops here. But that's actually a blessing in disguise, because that means that he's got more troops in Clark who are now just eating up and gobbling up supply. And that means that the battle of attrition for Clark will actually be better for me in the long run, because his troops are just going to eat up supply just sitting there while we bomb this place incessantly every day and just start hitting supply hits and keeping them from building up forts. So quite honestly, this is fine for me. I'm not looking to close out the Philippines anytime soon. And I don't want to overcommit forces here, which I really haven't. I've got 1 division and 1 brigade and some armor and some artillery on here, and that's it. I don't have excessive amount of troops committed to the Philippines, which means I can be more offensive in other places. The Philippines is nothing but a giant allied prison. Okay? You can either take it fast and use a lot of forces that you could go elsewhere with, or you can take your time and slow roll it and just wear it down. These guys aren't going anywhere. And that's the strategy I elected to take on this campaign. Who knows, maybe in the future I may just want to slam the Philippines with everything I got and just blister it to death. But I have other plans for those troops, and this ain't it. Dutch East Indies is going very, very well for me. Look at what we've got so far. We have Manado. We have Ambon, Kendari. Next turn we'll have Kupang. That's a lot. I think that's a lot. These are basically all of the important bases out here. Makassar is definitely another one of those, but I think we'll have that one soon as well. So really, this has gone exceedingly well to me. We're pushing the pace. We've taken a lot of sub losses out here. That's true, and a lot of that is my own doing. We lost the AV. We lost a few ships out here. You know what? Some of that's my fault. But look at all the bases we have that we've denied to him. So I think that's really awesome. So the next goal here is to take Kupang and then probably Makassar. And then we can start looking at Java or start looking at, other bases up in here. I haven't decided which direction I want to go yet. Look at that. There's a lot of aircraft there. Terracan, huh? Okay, noted. All right. Let's take a quick look at the Solomons. This is going well, too. We're policing up bases down here just fine. We've got Tagula now. I'm working on finishing up on Rabaul and also New Guinea up here. The Bismarck Archipelago is almost completely taken. So yeah, we're doing great in the Solomons as well. Can't really complain. And then don't forget, we also have Ndeni and Luganville now. Good stuff, right? I've temporarily put my plans for the Gilberts on hold because it's just too exposed for me, and I really can't defend it properly. You saw what happened when those two heavy cruisers got into our convoys out here. We lost troops. We lost ships. I don't have enough heavy forces out here to really stop that. And what's more is the ally, to me, anything past the Gilberts is the danger zone, right? Look at that. They're still there. I'm starting to wonder if these are actually not heavy cruisers now. Because they're still there. Nah, I think these aren't heavy cruisers, but anyway, what was I saying? Anything past the Gilberts and the Marshalls is the danger zone. This is all allied hunting country by his carriers. His carriers are probably at Pearl right now, but at a moment's notice, they could sortie out. They could go to Wake. They could hit the Marshalls. They could hit the Gilberts. It's dangerous for me out here, so I don't want to take huge risks trying to take any more of these bases because I'm not entirely convinced of their necessity at this time, and it's not supported. I am definitely vigilant for allied carriers at this time. Meanwhile, up here in the Aleutians, which is the last thing I'm going to show you, we're all packed up here, and then from there, we're going to move and start backcapping these bases here. I've got these guys heading over to Atu this turn, and then they'll backcap this way towards Adak. And then that will complete basically everything I need to do in the Aleutians for now. And of course, we do have the nice spotting base here, right? So there you go. That's the turn. Happy birthday to me. I wish we didn't lose those ships, but they don't really count for much. I've got more coming. But the bases we took are great, and I think we're well positioned for a great day in China next turn. This is going to be a very pivotal battle for our campaign. And yeah, Malaya is looking awesome. We should be in Singapore within a week or so, maybe a little bit more. In it, not taking it, but in it. We'll be in Rangoon in less than 2 weeks. So we're really moving at a decent pace. I wish that Hellsen was putting up more of a fight, particularly in the air. But this is the strategy he's decided on. He wants to Sir Robin the heck out of me, and if that's what he wants to do, so be it. I don't really care. If he wants to cede the initiative to me, I'll take it. That's what Desert Wolf told me. He said, "Hey man, if Hellsen doesn't want to fight, then that's fine. Do what you want to do." And that's basically what we're doing. We're doing what we want to do right now. Because he's not putting up a fight. And I don't know if that's the right strategy for the Allies. You can tell me if I'm wrong. If you think that Sir Robin is the best approach, then go for it. Tell me why you think that. If you think it's a bad approach, tell me what you think is better. I'd love to hear your opinion. Maybe I can use it to help our campaign. I'll catch you guys on the next one.